Are you ready? All right, let's go.
2, 3, go!
So we just got access to the building officially a few weeks ago. And so right now we're working on furnishings. We got a big shipment coming in this week. And so we're kind of making space for a bed and things like that and arguing over, where to put a TV and things like that. So since we were here last, Jan and Roger have moved a lot of their stuff out. The walls are pretty bare without Jan's beautiful paintings, but we're gonna try to fill them up. So like I said, we've gotten access to the building, and so now we are just starting to move things around. We got it cleaned. We're gonna get some painting done to give it a fresh coat in the places that need it, and trying to figure out how we really want to use the space, specifically how we want to place the TV. Okay, where are you now?
This is 15 foot.
Oh, God. Okay, so we're gonna need like here, roll it back up. I think we're gonna need like a 9 by 12 for the bedroom. So we are thinking that this is where people will sleep. It feels like its own little nook that creates itself, and we're gonna get like a little screen to further cocoon it. But all of this is going to be held very loosely because we don't know what it's like to actually live here. And so things are subject to change. We could have it where you're laying in bed after a long day of making artwork, and you look here,
On this wall.
and there's a TV. That feels right.
And then you get up in the morning and then fix yourself some coffee, and you sit on the couch and just swivel the TV to this way.
Yeah, but I want the couch to be here. You can argue.
So
with
then
me.
when you sit on the couch, you go watch people use the bathroom.
Well, but people can close doors. I think we're a little limited in our options. So what if what I was thinking is, for this little area, we get something on wheels,
Yeah.
and we put the TV on it. And that way, if somebody doesn't want the TV here, they can just wheel it over there. Is there a plug?
No, so they can't go there.
You lose.
Oh, well. There's no plug on this wall.
Okay, well,
Oh,
I guess we've decided.
I think that's...
So the other thing we're working on is figuring out what we want to call this place. Tiffany!
Hello. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. Hi, sorry.
So we don't have a name for this place. It would be really special to name it in some way for Jan and Roger, because they were one of the first couples who moved to Lake City on their own because they loved what was happening with ArtFields. And so we want to honor Jan Chenoweth and Roger Halligan, who were the artists who created this space. We're at 221 Rogers Avenue. So if you have any ideas for names, please let us know. We'd love to hear any ideas that might make it kind of fit all of our different needs. I found your hammer.
I'm the elegant beast, so of course I got to pick this piece. But I'm also into certain artists that I know. I've already found a couple of my artists that I love are gone, but that's good. They've been chosen. Because I've done it so many years, I have a lot of artists. They sort of become part of your family, and then you know their style. And Chris Bilton is one of my guys. He may not know he's one of my guys, but I love his work. And it always looks good in the Elegant Beast, so he's one. Gerard Early, I wanted his piece. I saw it. Darn it. But I missed it. But that's good. That's a good thing. 35 by 35.
That's good. That's 3 feet by 3 feet, roughly.
And it's kind of masculine, you know.
I like
And yeah, it's big, and y'all have got some great air. Acrylic on stained glass. And
That's
I don't know,
really
does it
cool.
light up?
Oh, it does. It looks like it's backlit.
I think that it all depends on the shop or the business as to what
works and what doesn't. And that's, you have to kind of know your size, you have to know your space. And having a storefront window, I always am interested in having something that is going to grab attention, or something that as somebody walks by down the street, looks in, they go, wow, So I have a moment to have a wow factor.
What do you two disagree about the most when it comes to picking art?
A lot.
Well, I like unusual and I like funky. I like things that are unexpected. I like things that are unique.
And what do you like, Danny?
I like colorful stuff, but I also like a different assortment of stuff. But I'm kind of the one that's a little more practical. It's like, okay, because you have a lot of foot traffic, and then it's a business. So a lot of times we have to stay away from fabrics, and because it is a nail salon and a hair salon and stuff. So, you have to kind of watch that.
Hi, I'm Megan Mossholder, and I'm an artist, specifically installation artist. I am a disabled burn survivor and an amputee. I was in a severe car accident a little over 7 years ago, and I've just been thinking a lot about how to tell that story, and also how to expose people to what it's like to be a disabled person, specifically a wheelchair user. Quit it, Danny. You had one job and you drilled through to the table.
I'm taking my Oreos and going.
I think you turned bright red. Ever since then, I've been trying to get back to normal, but I'm realizing more and more that this is kind of it, that I am a wheelchair user. And I feel like that's something that people need to learn a little bit more about. Not everybody knows someone like me, a disabled person who's dependent on a wheelchair. So part of the purpose around this show is to give people the opportunity to move about the space in a wheelchair, see things from my perspective or my line of sight, and just kind of see what it's like to be on wheels as opposed to just walking throughout the space.
So the expansion is April 10th through May 2nd. And one of the reasons we were really reevaluating the festival after all these years and how can we keep it fresh and new. And one thing is that we put forth a lot of effort to bring this artwork to Lake City for 9 days. And we just saw a need that we think the artist needs to have more time to have their artwork up and viewed because of all the time they put into it. So I can say that was one of the big parts that we felt like was really good, to have the artwork here longer for people to come and see the artwork.
Definitely excited for 17 days. We are excited that we have combined our two panels. Traditionally, we've had a separate selection panel and a separate jury panel of 5 arts professionals. This year, the panel is doing double duty. So the panel has already gone through all of those entries. They help us make the invitations, and then they will be physically in Lake City in April to decide those awards and change some artists' lives.
My festival prep is on point. Just kidding, hold on. It's a little chaotic right now because we're expanding, and there's so many things that we didn't know we needed to think about, and now we're thinking about them. But a little bit crazy, and my hair's going a little gray from it. But we're gonna get it sorted. We're gonna get these contracts sorted. So artists, if you watch this in the aftermath, sorry, but you're gonna get the right contract soon. We have this awesome web company called Blue Ion, and they're just reversing time for about 3 hours. So what we sent out today, which was the wrong thing, is now going to be the right thing at 5 p.m. And so it's smooth sailing from there, right? What else could go wrong in 2026 with a 17-day festival with no understanding of what that means, except for excitement, optimism, and gumption, Yeah. And like, look, Blue Ion, it's happening. It's really happening.
2, 3, go.